Okay, this is the preface or preface, however you want to say it, of Ira Milligan's Understanding the Dreams You Dream, Biblical Keys for Hearing God's Voice in the Night. Okay, and what I read this, I went into the living room and then I came back in here to the bedroom, to the closet, and I picked up the book and I just opened to a page and I started reading it, and because I was discouraged because I thought, sometimes, it can be confusing, these dreams and stuff. I'm like, why am I having these dreams? And, and it's confusing. And I'm like, why is this stuff happening to me? Okay, so I'm going to read this, and then maybe it'll help somebody. So, okay, so I'm going to start reading. From the beginning, Ira Milligan says, "From the beginning, I have approached dream interpretation from a biblical standpoint. So I have used both the Bible and my experience as a Christian and minister in the writing of this book. Therefore, at the onset, I would like to clearly state that every dream is not from God," and that's in italics. "The scriptures declare this. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by multitude of words." Ecclesiastes 5:3. Okay, this isn't the part. It was saying, okay, this is just saying that, he's saying that, not all dreams are from God. Okay, this is what this is saying. I'll get to the part where it was like, I was like, whoo, thank you, Ira. Okay, so, but, I thank Ira for all of this, for, writing this whole book, but that's what I'm saying. Okay, in this verse, a fool's voice is equated to an idle dream, and as we know, God's voice is certainly not that of a fool. Also, there are other scriptures that speak of dreams in a negative context. This is why I feel that a word of caution is necessary when advising people to pay attention to their dreams. But as humans, we tend to err to extremes. We tend to believe either that dreams are just so much nonsense coming from eating too much, or that all dreams are important and that every symbol has a meaning. Ecclesiastes 5:1-7 is a caution against just such extremes, both in word and in dreams. In parentheses, my personal experience has been that most dreams are indeed meaningful and helpful, although not all. Having said that, I must also quickly add that I have found that most dreams are from God, and most is in italics and are is in italics. So I think that he's those words are standing out, or he wants to stress those words, these are okay. As much or as such, they are an accurate reflection of our individual situations, but they are symbolic. Because dreams are symbolic, they appear meaningless. If, in an attempt to understand them, an individual tries to consult one or more of the books available on this subject today, he or she will often be left mystified. The primary obstacle most dreamers must overcome to be able to understand their dreams is symbolism. To solve this problem, most authors instruct their readers to meditate on their dreams, which is good advice, yet it is simply not adequate. These authors usually provide the reader with some examples of what their own dreams have meant to them. But even though personal examples are both interesting and informative, they are quite limited in their application. It is certainly true that through meditation, much can be understood about our dreams. But I have found that when most Christians are told to meditate on their dreams, they do not have the foggiest notion of where to begin. Consequently, I have approached this problem 3 different ways: specific, detailed directions on how and upon what to meditate, personal examples of dreams from my own experience, and a practical dictionary of symbol definitions. It has been my experience that it is better to give one's students a place to begin meditating rather than to simply tell them to meditate. Hence, the symbol dictionary. I have found that a symbol dictionary enables most Christians to begin discerning God's voice immediately. In parentheses, I have had excellent feedback from readers of the first edition of Understanding the Dreams You Dream. In fact, some of the new symbols in this revision are the direct result of some of their questions and comments. Additionally, I have attempted to present in this book both normal and the not-so-normal dream situations. To apply only one type of dream interpretation to all dreams is to be as inflexible as restricting each symbol to only one possible definition. For instance, because all dreams are not parables, an attempt to apply parabolic interpretation to a dream that is not a parable is an exercise in futility. As with the first edition, my primary purpose for writing this book is to guide the reader safely through the complex world of dreams. There are several good books that explain why our Western society has traditionally ignored or rejected the information contained in dreams. I have not, therefore, attempted to cover the history of dreams. In parentheses, for a background study, I recommend Dreams, Wisdom Within by Herman Rifle, Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, Destiny Image Publishers, 1990. However, in contrast, there has been little published on the subject of how to interpret dreams from a Christian perspective. Consequently, I have written solely to satisfy this need. It is my prayer that this book will add to your understanding and enjoyment of God's most common method of communication. That's what Ira Milligan says. That's what he wrote. So, okay, so that's all for this video, and then I'm going to find where I read it. I'm going to find it, and then I'm going to read it. Okay, thank you.